Good morning, Pulp Bites, and welcome to another week of Pulp Picks. I'm Corey.
I'm Fritz.
And I'm Patrick.
And here's your picks of the week. Fritz, start us off.
So my pick of the week is Ghost Cage issue 2. Continuing it's a really weird book. You've got sentient forms of energy running around, and they're fighting each other. It's hard to really describe it in a way that makes sense, but it's super cool. The art is amazing. Like if you read East of West by Jonathan Hickman, Nick Dragotta. Dragotta is co-writing and doing the full art, and it's gorgeous. Every page is just beautiful, and he somehow is able to make these like weird amorphous creatures like give like a soul to them, and they like you feel bad when bad things happen to them, and it's really good, really strong stuff. I'm really looking forward to the next issue's the last issue, where everything just is going to come to a head and probably blow up, literally.
Nah.
But it's super strong stuff. Over to you, Patrick.
Yeah, I am really enjoying Rogues. I know that this Black Label DC book was my pick for number 1, so number 2 is this week. And it continues that really fun Ocean's 11 vibe. Corey and I were talking about it right away when we got here
really
this
good.
morning. And I mean, if you ever imagine Gorilla Grodd as the leader of a Las Vegas style society underground, and he's definitely like that mobster type. And now the Rogues
Just don't monkey around in his town.
Oh God. Now the Rogues are going to Ocean's 11
I've been
style.
waiting a long time to tell that
Rob
joke.
the bank. Joke is strong. But the art is really fun. I really love the larger format. It's not a book for kids. Not that there's anything terrible in it, but there's a little bit of language and stuff. It's more adult. It's a little dark.
I think you can say that for all of the picks this week.
Yeah, probably.
Pretty
But I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying this. And we were talking about how, stretching characters and telling kind of a new spin on a character. You don't have to destroy that whole character or move too far away from the core. You just have to put them in an interesting situation. And this is a really interesting situation for all the characters in this book. I highly
That doesn't
recommend it.
mess with continuity.
That doesn't mess with continuity. This happens outside of continuity. I'm pretty sure it's a possible future, but it is still really interesting. They could have pulled it in continuity and it would have worked just as well. So what do you got this week, Corey?
Well, to follow the trend, I also picked an issue number 2. It's We Have Demons number 2 by Snyder and Capullo.
It's like 222.
Yeah. What if 666 is the number of the beast? What's 222?
The best comic week in like 6 weeks.
It is.
It's amazing.
It's almost overwhelming how many good titles there are this
We
week.
spent 15 minutes just debating over which really good books we were going to choose today.
Yeah, I had like 5 different picks. So if we had more time, there'd be a lot more picks.
And so this one must be the best one.
Yeah, they're all.
This book is solid. We completely sold out of issue 1, and I haven't heard a bad thing about the first issue from anybody. I absolutely loved it. It's, originally showed up on Comixology, and then I don't know how Snyder and Capullo came to the decision of Dark Horse. We were just talking about that.
Weird, but yeah, Snyder and Capullo. I mean, really, that's all you really have to say.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the book is just fantastic. The story continues. There's twists and turns and a huge reveal on the last panel, and there's only one issue left, following the trend of Fritz's pick. Is Rogues only 3 issues?
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
It's 2 of 3 week. Apparently, we're
Apparently.
bored.
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh if none of us picked the final issue for any of these.
All right. But yeah, so the book is sweet. We got a few copies. Definitely come in and continue the story.
Well, and now the big question is, with so many good books this week, could we come to a consensus pick? It sounds like we were all just struggling with narrowing it down to.
It was pretty close, but I think we did. We picked Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man number 1, the new creative team, Zeb Wells.
John Romita Jr.
This Beyond stuff, it was like, oh man, some of the issues were good, some of the issues, but the Zeb Wells ones were the strongest, I thought. So I was really excited to read this, and I know that some people have
What did you think of Spider-Man?
You're making faces and gestures. What's happening?
I didn't read Spider-Man.
There's penance. Pick a pick.
You're going to have to pick something additionally. Oh, we should say real quick. I know that people have reservations about the Romita Jr. art. This harkens back to his time on Kick-Ass and his run with J. Michael Straczynski on Amazing Spider-Man. He's on his game. So even if he isn't your cup of tea, the art works in this.
The story's solid.
The story is
kills
great.
it.
The story's great.
This was one of my favorite books, and it was actually, I had like 6 books to pick from this week, and this was one of them. And I'm not a John Romita Jr. guy. I was telling Patrick, I really don't care for how he draws faces. You know, everything else looks
him and Assad Ribic.
This is the second time you've harped on people's faces.
It bugs me. If you can't draw a face.
I thought he did.
Great.
I thought he did the best. This is the best book he's done in easily a decade as far as his artwork goes. But all right, Fritz, what's your penance pick?
So before I do that quick, I will just say, well, having not read it, if you really loved Zeb Wells' work on Hellions over in the X-Men corner of things, you're probably going to love this too, because if he brings that same kind of like humor and like surprising like character moments, like I can't imagine this isn't going to be one of the best runs on Spider-Man.
Yeah, the humor was just
he
right.
also wrote some of the Beyond issues, and those were
good
better issues.
The humor is subtle and not overly glib, which I think was the problem with the Beyond issues that didn't work.
But anyways, so then my second pick is going to be Action Comics 1042, because they're
shocking.
There's so much. Hey, mister, I had to like not force myself not to pick Dark Knights of Steel issue 6.
So many good titles this week.
It's a dumb amount of good titles.
But Action Comics 1042, continuing the Warworld saga. I feel like I say this every time I pick it because I do pick it a lot. It's just really cool seeing Superman in this very different environment, like depowered, fighting, like starting this whole rebellion against like an intergalactic empire.
It's Mongol, right?
Yeah. Like,
and that cover is sweet. It's very like Frank Frazetta.
Oh yeah.
You know, Conan the Barbarian cult.
John Carter, Warlord of Mars.
Yeah. Federici. I'm not sure how to say anything in Italian. I'm not good at that. But like his art is awesome. Him and Johnson, they worked prior on the I think it was Black Spire. Was that the name of the fantasy series they did for DC? So like they're used to like putting out great content together, but there's like a big turning point in here in terms of where the story's going forward. Also, it's the final part of the Martian Manhunter backup, which has been really fun. Like actually getting to see John like do stuff outside of Justice League has been really cool. So
after this week, it's probably going to be a while before we see him do anything.
Dun dun dun.
Oh man, what?
Also a great pick.
That was one of my other picks.
If you can't tell, we had a really hard time picking stuff this week because there was a lot to pick from.
Yeah. Well, you should get down here and pick out stuff for yourself, and don't narrow it down. Just grab everything because it's a great week. You really can't go wrong.
Yeah. You don't want anything. You don't want to do anything else for the next week, right?
No. What else would be better than reading comics? Yeah. All right, take us out, Corey.
All right. Well, Hulk smashed that like and subscribe button. I put it back in.
Grand design. It's all part of the grand design.
Yep. It's all part of the grand design.
Yeah. That's probably not.
That's probably not on screen.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Follow us at PulpCG on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we have Free Comic Book Day coming up on May 7th. And we might be planning something for May the 4th. Don't tell Patrick.
And also our friend from Noggin Comics came down, so check out their video.
Yes, Noggin Comics on YouTube.
Yeah, they do some great reviews of stores and stuff, so check out their video as well.
Have a nice day.
Thanks, guys.
Someday, I will have a giant handlebar mustache, and it's going to be magnificent.